Hard back wet with a smile, nigga. I'm an Israelite rapper, nigga. Would never hit his wife, but I'll go at you. Make commitments to a gun if I'm talking about a tantrums. Nigga said he a stand-up dude, that make me laughing, nigga. Jump on a beat, start snapping, you leaving fractures. Red and green bean, I'm Gucci, you thinking fashion. Then go shoot for the green, and I ain't talking St. Patrick. You screaming all lives, I'm screaming all guns matter. Keep it biblical, talking in parables, cause it matter if I stay. John the Baptist, who killed you did it first? You should be worried about who after. I'm connected to any habitat, shit I adapted. Nose job on a brand new snub, it's all plastic. Why I show up the court with jeans on, I'm never slacking. You a rapper turned Israelite, I'm an Israelite rapping. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Even imprint of my legacy with a spot for it. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for it. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. All time, no questions asked, we come and find you. His problem's my problem.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You are Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun that would die. Yeah, Easy told the truth and got outside. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We was slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UBK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil who is, I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi why he get them babies herpes. I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, it's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know it's an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. Absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know. Those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, man.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they train your beat, I ran the business like a horse. Shit, I'm about to go down there. Yeah, you know they coming on that ride. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even lower on this door, know they bitches either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't kill like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a go and put them start another war. I'm good when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina put before. I told her stop like a dog. Not a fact like a dog. Any problem, let them stop. We gon' set they soul like shine shop. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hobby Friend. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't know the bait. Throw them boys, we taking notes. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told her put on that top 3. Then bring me my house show. Don't make excuses, make more. These niggas I'm grateful, gotta show them you BK rules. I'm making this like I can't look. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go down, yeah, bitch, the whole fuck. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even lower on this law. All that bitches either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the code and when you speaking to me far. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Beat them niggas bad. Got them tied down and out there. Can't go with them steps. Them niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands. Bitch like dollar, dollar, dollar. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they play that beat, I ran that business like a horse. Yeah, about to go down. Yeah, bitch, we whole start. Yeah, ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either lower or this low. Told that bitches either or. I told you niggas you ain't feel like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. And I just made it go. We gon' start another war. Yeah. When Westworld, let's get it. Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make war. Clips saying hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. The path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Skimmer who? They ain't stop making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the peace loose, what they open up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Pay my dues, never left a wage, I just rage war. Chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Stood against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing, dog, I plan to keep. You lose your mind where I'm from, I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul, losing time, wasting steady pace, and you off track, I'm on that. You pray to God, hoping he can save you. But the power about war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason, got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest, they gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verify. One West world, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world. Got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains. So when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have a deep squad and rapping since knee high. Now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire, when you hear it, you get baptized. One West world, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the glow glow. Let's have a feast, let's shine on our enemies. Right in their face, let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we have, but we come from have not. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud. Raised by gangsters, turned out a thug. I ain't give a fuck, burned out I was. From hitting licks, in and out and selling nicks in the drop.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world. Got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Alright, the article should be here. Sent. That article up. You might have to refresh it.
This be actually really.
Keep all of your morals, never slay for shit. Ice up on my wrist. Yeah, I'm hood rich. I don't give a fuck about to get pop quick. Yeah, I'm on that shit. Yeah, I'm in the town. Niggas talking about that G, but they ain't come around. Can they come around? Yeah, I'm up, nigga. Man, fuck all of these hoes, get the bucks beat. I'm a young rich nigga, I ain't tryna flex. You can tell I'm cold by the ice around my neck. Straight up BBS, I charge you, boy, you wanna test. I don't get no shot about a nigga all base. Boy, I love the life I live, cause a nigga keep it real. Nigga fresh in hell, take that drip, but get your spill. I ain't love flip, getting pimped up out of hills. I'm a straight G, though, getting pimped like a me. If
for the first article.
if you're tryna hang, you be kidding about it, bang, boy, we run the same. Nigga tryna talk, but we run that murder game. Get your ass popped, ain't nothing to a G. All of bitches wanna fuck, but yeah, now I don't pay no fee. Bitches lean too deep, got that ice on me, you sleep. All these niggas live in hell, can't come around me. Bitches all cold, South Carolina, bitch, I'm styling, yeah.
Really no demons get control of me. No money get the best of me. No bitches getting up over me. Don't want much nigga, I'm so free. That's the way it gotta be. These niggas chain these bitches, chain y'all, chain is so me. For real, this battle had a weapon. And bitch, we carry weapons. Black rob on nigga ass don't even need a weapon. And you be rapping, and you be respect. And if you got a problem, then y'all way better address. You cross that line, we show no mercy. Cross that line, you gon' need search. You pull up and they get nervous. You making no moves, you ain't got no purse. On you became so I ain't never worried. I'm pretty much both of my hands dirty. For real, I learned from the OGs. I'm young nigga, but I'm certified priest. And I'm from Tennessee. In this minute time that I gotta keep my heat. You should play it safe, and we gon' play with keys. For real.
All right, Shalom Israel, we back. You understand? This is Sharpen the Sword Radio, and we in this thing for another episode. And so, like about starting late, we had a couple of technical difficulties, a few issues, but we got them all up under control. We live, we on everything. All right, me and y'all know who I am, Captain 10K, the Goggle Boy of the ISUP camp under Commander General Yohana. And then we got my main man, Officer Bud Azar, in the building. And before we start, we got, let me see, we got the phone line open. The number, if you have any questions, want to comment, or want to, if you don't want to be on the class live, you can just text your questions to 314-696-8288. And if you want to call in, the number is 712-832-8330. And the access code is 910-1409. All right. All right. 1 second. One more line I'm going to open up. We'll open up the Clubhouse line too. Give me 2 seconds. And then we got a couple of people that commented on the live. On the TikTok, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. So if you type in your questions or your comment, bear with us, and we'll get right with you. 1 second while I get this thing going here. Let's see. Okay. All right, we in there. Okay. So I'll go ahead and read that first article. And then we got a video I wanted to play on one of those too.
U.S. syphilis cases reached 70-year high.
This for all you hoes and all you whoremongers. You understand? You don't understand. The Lord gave us instructions on how to conduct ourselves throughout this entire life of ours. And we are supposed to be keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Matter of fact, give me that in the scripture real quick. Give me that in, what is that? Romans 7:1. Give me that real quick. Romans 7:1. Because you keep sleeping with them hoes, keep being hoes, either way. Whether it's the men that's sleeping with the hoes or the women that's out being hoes, letting every man sleep with you, you're going to end up getting a disease. You're going to end up getting AIDS. You're going to end up getting something that you cannot get rid of. Okay?
Romans chapter 7, verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law.
Now, what Paul is doing is he's speaking to them that knows God's law, statutes, and commandments. Right? These people he's speaking to, they know the law. Keep reading.
How that the law have dominion over a man as long as he liveth.
Now, the Lord said that, to have dominion, meaning power, control, or authority. Right? The law has power and control and authority over you as long as you live it. Not some days, not, back then, that was the Old Testament. This is the New Testament, talking about God's laws that are found in the Old Testament. And he said you're supposed to be keeping them as long as you live. That's how you know the Christian church is a lying sack of garbage. All those preachers, big pork chop eating, lying sack of garbage, to turn around and tell people that you can live your life now however you want to. You don't have to keep God's laws. You can sleep with whores. It's no problem. You can be a whore. Can't nobody tell you what to do and how to live your life. You grown. Yeah, you can be grown and you be walking around with AIDS. So many millions of cases. God damn, over 2 million people? They ended up catching AIDS and STDs when that thing hit. I mean, AIDS when it hit. Like, you think you would have learned a lesson by all of those other people catching AIDS and you didn't. But guess what? Since you didn't learn nothing, you're going to learn today. Keep on playing. Keep being a thought. Keep being a whore. You're going to find out. Go ahead. Go back to the article.
Cases of sexually transmitted disease, syphilis, soared in 2021.
It's rising again. Like, can't you see that the Lord is doing this? I know you think that it's all about, the decisions that you make and what happens. And it's not. It's up to the Lord. It's up to the Most High. He decides what he's going to do with who. You understand? And you see how things just keep going up and down, spiraling in and out of control. Why? That's because the Lord is in control of it. The Most High is in control of AIDS and STDs. The Most High is in control of that COVID-19 that had everybody so deathly scared. Now that it didn't just calm down a little bit, now you're all right. You lost your grandmothers and your uncles and aunts and cousins, but now, it's gone. So you done calm down just a little bit. But guess what? That's coming back too. It ain't going nowhere. This stuff is not going anywhere. AIDS hasn't gone anywhere. STDs hasn't gone anywhere. It just slowed down just a little bit. Now it's back on the rise. And mind you, St. Louis is the AIDS and STD capital for, the last 3 to 4 years in a row? Maybe even 5. Maybe even 5. For the longest, St. Louis had, it was 2 zip codes, 63, I think 118 and 116. They were the highest populated zip codes with AIDS and STDs in this country, not just in this state, in this country. Since I was a kid, I remember being in high school and started what they call it, sex education. And they turned around and it's been soaring since then. It's been so many different diseases since then. And you're going to get it. Keep being a whore. Keep chasing whores. You're going to get it. You're going to get AIDS. Then you're going to be somewhere sitting looking stupid. Keep reading.
Earlier this year, the CDC issued preliminary projections that syphilis rates had made a startling jump from 2020 to 2021. But now that health officials have finalized all of the data, the increase is worse than what was announced back in March.
Now, just a month, just 1 month, from March to April, it's even worse. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. The more our people continue to sin, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. It's not going to stop. It's going to keep growing. The numbers are going to keep growing. Our children are going to be saying, man, I remember hearing those men on the corner in the ISBK in them classes. They kept talking about AIDS and STDs when I was little. And let the Lord, let this place keep moving, what I'm saying, until he turn around and call it to a close, then it's gonna keep going. And our children are gonna be saying, I remember when I was a kid, they're gonna be saying the same thing I said. I remember when I was a kid, I was hearing about how AIDS and STDs was rising, and super AIDS and super syphilis and super gonorrhea and super herpes. And then it's gonna be something super in daytime. It's gonna be extra super. It's gonna be super duper. They're gonna have super duper AIDS if you don't stop. Yeah, have super duper herpes if you don't stop. You're gonna have super duper syphilis if you don't stop. That's what's going to happen. All right, it's more than.
Kind.
Go ahead.
Just 1 year period, cases increased by 32%. That's the highest total number of syphilis cases since 1950.
Since 1950, this is the highest it has been. Good night. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something about yourself. You are very nasty. You hoes and you whoremongers are extremely nasty, and you need to stop, or it's going to catch. I know you think especially women. They sleep around with the same guys, throughout their whole life, go from X to X to X, thinking that, oh, nothing's going to happen to me. I know him. I was with him before and slept with all your friends. Every male friend you done had sex with. That's disgusting. Like, that is ridiculous. And we got a couple of comments. Let me see. We got a couple of comments on the TikTok. Let's see. The brother Oscar 420. What's that 420 mean, bro? You getting ready for that smoke day? Said, you ready or you still trapped by way of religion? Oscar 420. What that 420 mean in your name, and then what you talking about? What you talking about? Because we don't deal with religion in the ISUPK. If you was in here, you would know that. If you was in the truth, you would know that we don't deal with religion. Oscar 420. So what did you mean by that? Are we still trapped by religion? And then the brother said, y'all niggas got your own section though. But what does this stuff mean? Or are you just talking, or you been 420 before 420? All right, we'll wait and see if the brother has a comment or another comment to the question that I just asked. We'll see. All right, go to the next article. Come on, Mr. Oscar 420. Where you at? I don't think the brother gonna comment. While we getting that, let me get this video up here. For this other article.
Second article not pulling up. I'm gonna go to the third.
Which one is?
That's the one about drugs can be detected from the air.
Oh, that one didn't come up?
Hey.
Okay, skip to the next. Let me see. See if it come up on my end. Yeah, it came up. It's taking its time. I'll read this one real quick before you read the third one. All right, this is illegal drugs can now be detected in the air.
Damn.
And it says, in a groundbreaking study conducted in Oceania, researchers from the University of Auckland have discovered traces of methamphetamine, nicotine, caffeine, and THC in the downtown Auckland air. The investigation, which took place at a pollution monitoring site on Customs Street, close to the bottom of Queen Street, it is the first of its kind in both New Zealand and Australia. It says the team, led by Master of Science student Olivia Johnson and Dr. Joel Reindelop, a research fellow in the School of Chemical Sciences, analyzed the samples caught by filters at the monitoring site. All right. And then it says the largest concentration of methamphetamine detected was 104 picograms. A picogram is 1/1,000,000th of a gram per cubic meter of air, and the average for 10 samples taken over 5 weeks was 24.8 picograms per cubic meter. All right, so they turn around and can now detect the dope from in the air. So then it says, assuming an active dose of 5 milligrams and 16 cubic meters of air inhaled per person each day, it would take an individual over 8,000 years to inhale an active dose. The researchers explain in their paper published in the journal. Surprisingly, the methamphetamine concentrations found in Auckland's air were higher than those detected in cities like Barcelona. So what's going to eventually happen is they're going to turn around and be able to smell it wherever you're at. You understand? Wherever you're getting high at, they are going to detect it, and then you're going to turn around and get arrested. All right. Let's see. That brother, he still didn't comment back. Come on with the third one. Read the third article.
Come. Massachusetts man with speed of NASCAR pit crew allegedly stole 470 Cadillac converters worth $2 million.
Now that has been a huge thing here in St. Louis as well. You understand? They've been stealing catalytic converters everywhere here in the city of St. Louis and in the counties, all over. You understand? Turn around, and I mean, you will leave your car in one spot and come out, and the Cadillac converter is gone. Okay? You will go into a store and come out and start your car back up, and that mother gonna be loud like without that damn converter on it. You understand? These cats stole over $2 million worth of catalytic converters. That is ridiculous. The price, is the price still up on them things?
Kind.
The price is still up on them converters. Like, that is crazy. And people are stealing them left and right. And these cats stole over $2 million worth. And probably ain't got $1 in their pocket. Come on, read a little bit of that, then we're going to skip to the next one.
According to the Massachusetts State Police, the 7 men were arrested Wednesday morning after months of investigation. Police said the men stole 471 Cadillac converter car parts worth $2 million.
Good night. Come on with the next one.
Kind.
$2 million worth. Now, you know, Esau, our oppressor, he is the devil the Bible speaks of. Instead of putting jobs out, he takes away the jobs so that crime can increase. You know, so that certain people can destroy themselves. That's absolutely why he does that. Because he has the money. He has the means to turn around. And then before I say that, when you put the price of, you make the price of eggs $10. When you make a bag of chicken that used to be $8.99, the party wings, you say like what, 30 of them in there? 30 wings in there. Used to be $8.99. Now that damn thing is $29.99. $30 for a bag of chicken, man. You understand? When you do that, he knows that crime is going to increase. He knows. And what that's going to do is it's going to keep him and his people with money flowing in their pockets. While you're poor and trying to figure out a way to feed yourself, you know, and then you resort to crime because you can't find a job. No one will hire you. No one will give you a chance. All of the jobs are closing. Then you turn around and you resort to crime, and then you get locked up, and they make money off you sitting in prison. For St. Louis County makes, I think it's almost $1,000 a day. They make almost $1,000 a day for a brother or sister getting locked up in prison. So you know that they're not interested in letting you out. They could care less about you going home. And don't let it be the weekend. Oh boy, you already know. Get locked up on a Friday, you'll be there until Monday. You understand? So that's 4 days they had you in the hole. And that's $4,000 that they done made from you sitting there. And them giving you a hard bologna sandwich. And a rock hard honey bun. You understand? That's what they give you for them days you in there. So for those that don't eat pork, you gonna suffer. You gonna suffer, boy, unless you find somebody willing to trade you one of them hard sandwiches for them honey buns. You understand? Guess what? You gonna turn around and you gonna be sitting there because I don't know if they got no turkey. They got turkey yet in prison? Yeah, they ain't got no turkey yet. So you gonna be sitting there. And can't nobody bring you nothing to eat. Can't do that. Yeah, can't nobody bring you nothing to eat. Can't nobody stop and get you no chicken wings and say, "Here, get this to my cousins down there and sell folk." You know, can't do that. Can't do that. You ain't got no books. You ain't got no books. You just in the hole though. So you are going to sit there and suffer. You understand? From Friday to Monday. Okay. So go ahead and read.
Con. Slur spewing students whipped black girl with belt as teacher stood by and failed to act.
Now wait a minute. Now we finna read this article, then we're gonna read another. And we're gonna find out what that song was talking about. What's that new song where it says it's okay when they do it, it's a problem when I do it. Right? Now here you got a little oppressor and some of our Hispanic brothers ended up joining in the fun with this devil here. And we're gonna read it. I'm gonna show you. Go ahead and read.
A Georgia middle school teacher is under investigation over allegations they failed to act during a racially motivated attack in their classroom.
Now stop right there. Let me pull this one real quick. Let me show you this right here and show you if this adds up. And show you how when Commander Junior Hunter has said black people need to stop being criminals, that go for all of us, all of our children and everybody. We need to all follow God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? Because in this place right here, you are the slave. And you get treated differently than everyone else. 1 second. Just got to take a... hold on 1 second while that article is coming up. But you do not get treated like everyone else. You are not going to turn around and commit a crime and get to go home with your family like our oppressors do. They commit crimes all day long against our people. And guess what happens to them? Absolutely nothing. They get to go home. They get a, what they call it, a smack on the wrist. They give them a smack on the wrist. Okay? But you getting prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Now, Notice that that article said who was being sought. Read that again.
A black girl.
No. That's the victim. Okay, the black girl was the victim. But read the part where it said who was being sought for not interfering.
All right.
Should be the first sentence.
A Georgia middle school teacher is under investigation.
The Georgia middle school teacher is under the investigation. Okay? Now, listen to this right here. Let me see if this one is the video. Come on. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can get this thing to go. Come on. Yeah, wait a second. One second while we pull it up. Bear with me. This is crazy. Okay, here we go. Nah, it's coming. Oh my God. It won't play. Hold on one second. Let's see if we get this video to go. Come on. I want you to hear it out of the reporter's mouth himself.
We had an update to an attack by two students on another student at Mooresville High School. The school district says 2 students are expected to face multiple assault charges. The video, it's jarring. We're not going to air it. Instead, we're paused to show you 2 screenshots. The first one shows the students in the middle of the assault. You can see one has an arm raised. The second picture shows the teacher.
Now, you see who that is on the ground, don't you?
Her own body, as everyone
If you can see that video, that is an oppressor's daughter.
Last night saying it's not going to tolerate this, and that the students will be disciplined to the fullest extent, including involving law enforcement.
So now I just had to pull that real quick. You see what he said is now these black kids that went into this class. Now, we don't advocate violence of no sort, right? What I'm showing you is the difference of how we get treated here and how they get treated. And oppressor, read the article again. Read that article again and what it says and who they're going after first.
A Georgia middle school teacher is under investigation over allegations they failed to act during a racially motivated attack.
Okay, they failed to act. The teacher did not intervene. But look, let me show you what this article says here about the teachers. I'm going to show you who this was. It says, the Morrisville Graded School District is investigating after officials said 2 Morrisville High School students assaulted another student inside a classroom Friday. This video filmed by someone shows 2 students walking into a classroom and assaulting another student. Now, the 2 that walked in were black and the one that got whooped was white. It says a teacher tried to cover the student with her own body to try and stop the attack before anyone walked away. Now, what color do you think this teacher was? This teacher was black, trying to protect the white student from getting beat up. Now, don't get me wrong in what I'm saying. The teacher is supposed to step in so much, right? She can only do so much. She can't put her hands on the students. You can't pull them apart. You can't do any of that, because if you end up breaking up the fight, then the child could say, oh, the teacher hit me or hurt my arm, broke it or twisted, and then the teacher would be, the adult would then have charges for interfering. It's just certain protocols for certain situations and settings and classrooms and teachers and things like that and staff. You understand? So they will have the security. A lot of them have police as actual police officers in these schools now, you know, doing the security. But in this other one, they went straight after the teacher who failed to intervene. Now I wonder what color was the teacher. Now read some more of that article.
Count. 2 students are facing disciplinary action.
Nice and loud.
2 students are facing disciplinary action in connection with the assault.
Now they're only facing disciplinary action, but in this other case, it said, oh, these 2 students are going to get they're going to face criminal charges as well as disciplinary actions. The law enforcement is getting involved in that for this crime against a white student, but one against a black student. What happened? Keep reading.
The students are facing disciplinary action.
Keep reading.
The students called the female student the N-word and whipped her with a belt.
They called her the N-word. They called her a nigga and whipped her with a belt. And you don't think that criminal charges need to be pressed here? They're not stepping in on this case. The teacher didn't even step in. The teacher didn't even step in. The teacher just sat there and watched the whole incident. Watched this little girl get assaulted with a belt in his or her class. I can't remember. I think it was a man. I can't remember. But that's what happened. Keep reading.
The principal called the incident inappropriate and despicable. The victim's father said that the girl had to sit through the rest of the class because the teacher failed to report the incident.
So not only did this little sister get assaulted, get attacked, get hit with a belt, she's getting beat with a belt in the class and getting called a nigger. She turned around and had to sit there throughout the rest of the day in the same class with this oppressor that turned around and beat her with a belt. Keep reading. Read a little more.
The father said she was sitting with a Hispanic child, and the other Hispanic child approached them and said, "How much for your monkey?"
So here we go. Now we got our people that join in on the fun. Two of our Hispanic brothers or sisters was sitting there and said, "How much for your monkey?" Keep reading.
And the child responded, $4.50.
So they're auctioning off this. This is a joke to them. This oppressor, and I'm gonna show you how you know it was an oppressor and they don't want to say it. Go ahead, keep reading.
So the main child said,
The what child?
The main child.
The main child. And now he's just the main child now. He's not white. They want to call out the Hispanic children. They want to make sure that they put them in there and say, they ask, "Hey, how much for your monkey?" But the other one, what do they call him again?
The main child.
The main child, what happened?
Said, "All right." Looked at my daughter and said, "All right, I own you now, Naker. Do my homework, slave."
No, he said nigga.
Come.
He said nigga. He said, "Nigga, I own you now, do my homework." The whole time the teacher is right there listening and hearing everything. And this little girl had to sit through this, not only get called a nigger, not only get auctioned off, not only gets told, "Nigga, do my homework because I own you now," but she got beat with a belt. And they took no action like what they did when these two kids turned around and assaulted this little white girl in class. Now, I'm not saying attack anybody. We don't advocate violence. We don't teach our children to turn around and go and harm anyone. That's not what we teach. Okay? What we teach is to defend yourself in all cases. Right? If someone tries to harm you, you have the right to defend yourself. Now, that's what we teach in the ISUPK. But as far as just going around beating on someone just because you want to, that we don't do. Okay? That we do not do. But go ahead, jump to the next one. Matter of fact, hold on, it's a video too. I'm gonna pull the video for the next one. So skip to the one after that where it say the brother in jail in the video. So pull the next one up after that. Let me play this video real quick. Like I said, it's okay when they do it, but it's a problem when you do it. You cannot do what they do here. And as a matter of fact, you should not want to do like what our oppressors do here. You should not want to be like them. You should want to be better than them. Don't be someone that turns around and a child is being taught. Hold on one second. Okay, there we go. Little white children. Hold on. Come on, pause it. Okay, there we go. Little white children, right? They're taught to hate black children, black people, when they're kids, right? And that hate turns into violence because they see. I mean, it's on damn near every camera phone in the world being recorded of how angry white people, whether they're cops, whether they're just, hillbillies, you understand, that drive those pickup trucks with those Confederate flags on them, they turn around and they assault, they attack, they even unalive black and Hispanic people. So they see it. As a matter of fact, you can look back into the pictures back when we were when our people was enslaved here in America. Everybody would come out and watch hangings and burnings and all lynchings, all of that. They would come out and say, "Oh, they're hanging a nigger. Let's go see." They would grab popcorn and soda, and they would watch. It was a movie to them. Their children would watch, and they're still watching to this day. They get to sit back and they get to see how our oppressor treats us right now. So our children should want to be better than them. Our brothers and sisters should want to be better than them. Not just, it's a problem when they do it. it's not a problem when they do it, it's a problem when I do it. Not even like that. Just to show you the difference between us and them. You can't do it, but they can. They can. You know what's probably going to happen to them? They're going to probably get in-house suspension. So they're going to still have this little girl in the same class. Just for a few days, they're going to remove them and have them in in-house suspension and put them in another class. But when that time is up, when that 3 days, maybe 5 is up, they're going to put them back in that class with the same girl that that they attacked. That they assaulted. Calling her a nigger and beating her with a belt. She's going to be back in that same class with this oppressor that turned around and beat her with a belt. And we don't get no justice here. You see that other article, that video, to where those 2 black kids walked in that class and beat the hell out that little Karen or little Brittany. And they said, oh no, charges. Charge them criminally. Give them records. But this oppressor that beat this little girl with a belt, oh, no charges. No, we're going to go after the teacher. The teacher should have intervened. The teacher should have stepped in and said something. Why didn't the teacher do something? That is a good question. Why didn't the teacher do something? Because guess what? He's an oppressor too. And he don't give a damn. He could care less about what they were doing. He sat and watched and heard the whole thing. And after they turned around and beat her with the belt, and then turned around and auctioned the little girl off and told her, I own you now, nigga, do my homework. He reached back, he said, hey, leave her alone. And then turned right back around to the board and continued doing what he was doing. And that's what he said. So he saw, how could you not see and hear somebody getting beat with a belt?
Right.
You know what I mean? How could you not see that? How could you not hear that? You heard it. You saw it. But did nothing about it. And that's what they do when it comes to them versus us. They do nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. But let's jump to the next one and play this video real quick.
County Jail is now demanding action.
They say he was essentially eaten alive by insects and bed bugs while in custody. Tracy A. McPierce spoke with him just hours ago. She's joining us now live from the Fulton County Courthouse. Tracy?
Well, LaShawn Thompson had been held in the cycle wing of the jail for 3 months when an officer found him unresponsive in his cell. His family tells me by that point, they couldn't even recognize him.
He was definitely a heavy-set guy, and from those pictures, he looks totally different. He's not the same person.
Brad McCrae says these pictures of his brother that he shared with us, 35-year-old LaShawn Thompson, are hard to look at.
You see that?
His cell at the Fulton County Jail covered
Look at
in
that.
filth, and his body covered in sores and bites from
Good
bed bugs
night.
and lice.
It looked like he wasn't eating in jail, or malnutrition, or maybe the bed bugs did it.
The Fulton County Medical Examiner report lists his cause of death as undetermined, but noted a severe bedbug infestation. The family says Thompson was brought.
Now, real quick before they get to this next part, that's how they do our people in them holes.
Right.
This is why it is so important for us to stay out of them. You understand? You don't need to sell drugs to make money to feed yourself. Commander Junior Hunter feeds everybody. You need food, you come here, right? In Fulton County, this happened in Missouri. This was here in Missouri. It's not too far from St. Louis. This was right here where this brother was sitting in his cell. After 3 months, he's unalive now. And the pictures, if you saw the picture, the bed bugs was all over the equipment the medical team put on him to try to revive him. The bugs was all over the equipment, all over this brother's whole body, I'm sure. Because it was all over his whole chest, and his whole stomach and torso, everything, arms and all of that. Neck and everything. Covered in bugs. And this is what they turned around and did after this.
To the jail on a misdemeanor simple battery charge in June, and he was put in the psych wing because the jail was aware of his schizophrenia. They are now demanding the jail be closed and law enforcement open a criminal investigation.
So the brother had some medical issues. You understand? Some mental issues. You understand? So he was there. Actually, they're not supposed to lock you up when they know you got mental issues. They're not supposed to take you to prison. But they did anyway. Of course, they do what they want to do. You understand? They're supposed to take you to a hospital, get you on your meds, maybe you didn't take your medicine or whatever the case may be, and get you back right in the hospital, not in a jail cell. Okay?
When you're changing the system.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Office told 11 Alive its Office of Professional Standards is investigating Thompson's death and will determine if criminal charges are warranted. The agency wouldn't speak to us on camera today.
Here it
They
is.
said in a statement it spent $500,000 to address an infestation of bedbugs, lice, and other vermin after Thompson's death and updated security rounds to
Okay, so now, after this, all you got to do is just, you got people there to clean the goddamn cell. Matter of fact, you make the people that's in the cell clean them. All they do is come around with the equipment. They watch you so you won't break the mop handle and beat somebody across the head with it. They pour the chemicals in for you. Make sure you ain't drinking none of it, trying to get high or get sick or something like that. They bring the stuff to you so that you can clean your cell yourself. Did you see how filthy that was? In most cases, nobody wants to lay in that filth. In most cases. So this brother obviously was like sick and out of it the entire time, the whole 3 months that he was there. Like, that is ridiculous. To sit there and turn around and have a severe bed bug infestation. You sleeping on concrete. Where are the bugs laying at? Other than them blankets that you giving them brothers. Those blankets that you passing out and those little, I can't even call them mattresses, those little thin pads that they have you sleeping on. Those things are extremely infested with bed bugs, lice, and they said other vermin. After this brother's death, after this picture was put out by his brother, now they want to turn around and spend $500,000 on clearing it up. Now, I mean, it shouldn't even have to be a case after a court proceeding, a nothing. Fulton County should be responsible for this man's death. And I'm pretty sure it's other brothers that have been sick like this too. And then died like this too. I'm pretty sure it was more. Because now after this, I know it's going to be some more people to come forward and say, hey, I got a relative that ended up dying that same way. That was in that same hole, sick as a dog, and never made it out. Our oppressor is the devil, the Bible speaks of, man.
Right.
You understand? And this is what he doing to us all the way around the board. In the hole, out the hole, in jail, out of jail, in your house, in an apartment, in the hood, in the county, it don't matter. It don't matter. This oppression is for all of us. Okay? Now, how we turn around and fight against it is that we come together. You come together in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commander General Yohana. Change your life first. Start keeping all of God's laws. I know a lot of you Christians celebrated Easter. I know a lot of you Christians can't wait to celebrate the 4th of July. What's the next one? 4th of July? The 4th of July. You already got your red, your white, and your blue picked out. Shoes to match. You understand? I remember last year, while I seen so many people that was freaked out about that day, I saw them wearing the outfit the whole week. I saw them a whole week later with the same outfit on. I saw them days in between a week with the same outfit on. Like, slave mentality is real. It is really real. And there's only one somebody on the planet that has that slave mentality. And that's God's chosen people. You chose another to be your God. And that's who you serve. That's who you serve when you're not supposed to be serving anyone. Black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man, other than the Most High God in that Bible. That's it. That's the only God that you are supposed to serve and worship. But you chose a new master. You chose a new master, and he's a slave master. And he beat and raped and lynched and burned and hung your ancestors. And now he's doing the same thing to you, just in different ways. Let you sit in a cell, a nasty cell, for 3 months. For 3 months. Infested with bugs of all kinds. And just let you get eaten alive. Same thing. Same thing. They're supposed to routinely check on you when you in that hole. How do they do that? By everybody coming out of their cell. And then they turn around and walk. I ain't telling nobody, I've been there before. You understand? But they turn around and they let everybody out what they call the pods. And everybody come out, they hit click, you hear all the doors open, and then everybody come out, and then normally that's breakfast time. You understand? That's when they first let you out. And they turn around, and everybody has to come out of themselves. And they walk around supposedly checking to make sure that everybody has come out. And then they turn around and lock them back to where everybody is now in the pod. And everybody's being monitored by the CO in the pod. They're watching the cameras. They got glass where they can see through and see everybody. But this brother was sitting in there sick and dying for 3 months, being eaten by bugs.
Dang.
That's ridiculous. Our oppressor, he is the devil, the Bible speaks of, man.
All right.
And the only way we can fight this is if we come together. Go ahead, give me that next article out. I think we're done on the video.
Come.
Let me make sure.
Texas dad allegedly choked 2-year-old daughter while on FaceTime with the mom.
No, this one was sad right here, man. This is our people. A lot of folks say that the ISUPK is the problem. They got it all backwards. That's a slave talking, saying that we are the problem. Saying that we wanting our people to be free from them. No, you're the problem. The slave is the problem. Anyone that would say, because guess what? If you come in here, you can learn to correct whatever sickness, whatever mental issue, whatever demon that you got. Those demons can get cast off of you if you come and sit and learn and shut your mouth. Whatever, hoes can stop hoeing. Thugs can stop thugging. Thieves can stop stealing. Homos can stop homoing. Is that a word? Is that a word, homoing? You know what I'm saying? Homos can stop homoing. Lesbos can stop lesboing. You can do it. But you got to come in here. And you got to become a brand new person. You got to shut your mouth. You don't know nothing. You got to know this about yourself. Because if you did, you would have been fixed your life a long time ago. The problems that you have, you wouldn't have them if you knew what you was talking about. You have to come in here and listen to the men of the Lord and let them cast them demons above of you. That's what you do. This brother here had a whole lot of demons. And had he come in here, we could have fixed that to where this baby was still, the brother and the baby would still be with us. You understand? His own daughter. You know, you gotta have some strong demons, man, to turn around and do what this brother did. You know? Go ahead, keep reading it.
On Monday morning, DeAndre Flanagan picked up his daughter from her daycare. Then he went to Walmart, where the mother worked, and allegedly demanded to see her cell phone.
So he did. He wanted to see her phone. Now you know what this is leading to. I know everybody know what this is leading to, right? She at her job. He go get the baby, and he want to see her phone. Go ahead.
Once she gave him the phone, He allegedly hit her multiple times, then fled with his daughter in a vehicle. A police chase ensued. Eventually, the mother was made contact with Flanagan on FaceTime using the phone of the grandmother, who also worked at Walmart.
So he turned around and ended up getting away. But then now he called the girl. Go ahead.
However, Flanagan allegedly grew angry after he asked for the cell phone password but didn't receive it. The court documents allege Flanagan then started hitting his daughter while the mother was still on the FaceTime call, watching the attack on her daughter.
Good night. Little baby, man. 2-year-old baby. Keep going.
The court documents allege that after Flanagan ended the call, he then called his stepfather and said his daughter was gone. According to the police, the pursuit lasted 45 minutes. Once Flanagan was apprehended, the daughter was taken to a local hospital where she was pronounced dead.
Good night. Let me see if I can get that video real quick. 1 second. Cause I thought the article was gonna tell you what it was all about, but it didn't. Nope, this isn't the one. Hold on 1 second. I think it is this one. Man, I can't find the video, but she said what it was and what he said to her on the video. And her words was, you know, she was looking at, like the article said, she was watching him harm their child, which is terrible. You understand? You can come to the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, and you can get some help with whatever issue you're dealing with. It doesn't matter whether it's something due to a relationship. If you say, for instance, you are a parent and you had too much, it's overwhelming, the kids are getting on your nerve, you feel like you're about to have a mental breakdown, or you snap or do something, you can come here for whatever issue, and you can get counsel for whatever issue. I didn't know until I actually got into school, became an officer myself, and started finding out just how many people that are not in this school that calls us for counsel. Know that what we are teaching is right, knowing that what we are saying is the right things to do, but just refuse to come in here. But whenever they have problems, they call and get counsel. I've been in several councils where I didn't even know these people. Why? Because they weren't in the school, but they were Israelites, and they were calling because they need help with their dying, nasty, and disgusting and filthy lives. So they call us for help. But if you would just stay here, don't just come when you have a problem. Don't just call when you have an issue. Stay. And you know what could happen with those issues? They become smaller and smaller and smaller. You understand? This brother here had some real serious issues to where he took out his own child. And as she's begging and pleading with him to stop, don't do that. That's your daughter. She loves you. And he said to her in return, I gotta find that video. He said to her in return, you only love that man. He knew that she was dealing with someone else. That's what it was about. I really want to find that video. Hold on, let me see if I can find the thing. It's in here somewhere. Nope, that ain't it. Let me see. Hold on. One second, bear with me. Let me find it. Wait a minute. Where's that article at? Nope, that's not it. Wait a minute, let me see if this is it. Nope, that ain't it. Come on. Nope, that ain't it. Damn, where is it? Let me see, is this it?
Done. Finished my Campbell application.
Nope, that's
so
not
excited.
it. Damn, I can't find it. I wanted to for you to see it and see her say it herself. But that's what she ended up saying to the man. I mean, that's what he said in return, as he was saying to her, you know, as she was begging and pleading with him not to harm their daughter. You know, he said, you only love that man, you know, and that's ridiculous. That's why he wanted the phone. You know what I mean? That's why he wanted the phone, because he knew she was dealing with someone else, you know. And a lot of these sisters, I hate to say it, you know, a lot of them, the only thing they can do is think of something nasty to do with their vagina. I hate that that's the only thing that they can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, does working it out ever come into mind about? Does that come into mind? Even the brothers, like, you know, now you can't work out no woman cheating. That you can't work out, because you will kill her, or you'll kill someone else. You'll kill your child. You know what I'm saying? Pull the next article up.
That was it.
No, it's some morning. It's definitely some morning. Because we still ain't got to the topic. You'll turn around and kill your own child, man. You know, you will hurt a woman that cheats on you. You can't do it. You gotta let her go. You know, but in the woman's mind, does it ever, you know, before you go and be nasty, do you ever say, let me try to work it out? Let me see if I could work this out with this man. Let us take a break, because that's lawful too. You could take a break for a second. Things is getting a little heated, but don't go get heated in between somebody else's doggone sheets. Don't do that. Do not do that. I was just watching man, what's the name of that case? I forgot the name of it, but like Fatal Attraction or something like that. One of them shows. Brother, little guy, 16. The girl, 15. She's 16. I think he 15. She's 16. Whatever, however it go. And she was dealing with some other man, talking to her exes and all this. And this dude ended up blowing her brains out, and then shot himself to acted like someone came in and started shooting, and then ran out. And then at the end, they found out that she was dealing with other men, talking to exes. He found out they had a heated argument, and men, when they get that's in the Bible. That's in the Bible, the spirit of jealousy. When a man gets jealous over that broad of his because she's doing something, that she should not be doing. And talking to other men is something that women should not be doing. If you got a man, be with him. Be with him, number one, because the Lord said to do it. Number two, so these brothers that you married to in the world won't kill you. They won't unalive you, because that's what will happen. They will unalive you, man. So don't think of nothing to do nasty with their vagina and start entertaining other men. Start talking to other men. Go get in the bed with somebody else because he done made you mad, or he getting on your nerve, or he ain't got no job, or he ain't taking care of his kids, or whatever excuse you make up in your big, dumb, silly head to go out and be a whore. Don't do it. It is unlawful for a woman to be with a man and go be with somebody else. You understand? Give me that James 4:7. Show you what we get taught here in the ISUPK. Help me. Number one, self-discipline. Good night. Oh, boy, that's like music to my ears. Discipline. Self-discipline, meaning self-control, which a lot of us do not have. A lot of our brothers don't have it, and a lot of our sisters don't have it. You don't have self-control. You lack self-control. But if you come in here, because I thank the Most High for the men above me that turned around and counseled me and helped me get myself under control. You understand? I love them men to death, and I would never leave their side for them helping me fix my life. I owe them that. So guess what? I'm a lifer. I'm here for life. I'm here to stay. But this brother here, man, he needed us so bad. He needed us so bad. While the Christian church is so mad at us for teaching the truth, don't get mad. Just hand over your members. Just tell them all, you know where you should go? Don't come back to this church ever again. The tithes you just collected, give it back to them and tell them come to the nearest Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. Tell them that. So that we won't have these type of issues and incidents anymore. So we can start fixing these things right here. Read that scripture.
James chapter 4, verse 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God.
Submit yourself, therefore, unto the Most High. And how do you submit yourself to God? By doing His will. And His will is His laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how you submit yourself to God. Keep reading.
Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
Stop right there. You resist that devil. In this context, this is talking about a demon. That brother had a demon on him so strong to where he unalived his own daughter. Now that's a demon. That is a demon. And people get demons every day, all day. I remember mighty Officer Ryan out of Chicago. This was when I was a young officer. I think he was an officer of 1,000, 5,000, whatever he was. He was over me at this point. I think I was an officer of 50. And I remember talking to him about demons. And he said, everybody gets demons. He said, the only thing that matters is if you fight them. And that has stuck. 9 years later, that's still in my head. You understand? We learn how to fight them demons in here. You know, to where you just might want to do something to somebody. Good night. The oppressor is at the top of my list. But we don't. We learn to control yourself. Get that discipline. You learn how to resist that demon. And he'll flee. Once the demon sees that he can't get you to do whatever it is he wants you to do, he's going to eventually go somewhere else. And if we would all learn to fight them things, guess what would happen in the black community? Man, we would see the sun shine upon it. Our children would not be getting molested in these black homes. Why? Because you're resisting those demons. You're fighting them. Black on black crime would not be at over 8,000 brothers a year. And now the sisters have been added into that thing. Oh boy. A number of them have been unalived here last year and this year in St. Louis alone. Sisters are getting it too now. But guess what? The sun will be shining on the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community if we submitted ourselves, therefore, unto God and not unto crack and weed and ecstasy and drugs and filth and homosexuality and lesbianism and thievery, robbery. If we would not submit ourselves to our oppressor, the sun would be shining on the black community. It would be a lovely day. That song, that old song. I forgot who sang that thing. A lovely day. That's what it would be. You understand? If we submitted ourselves to God and not to our oppressor. That's it on it. Go ahead. Read that last article and let's get about it.
Trans teacher who allegedly said she was going to kill kids and commit suicide finally removed from the classroom.
No. Why do you think this thing wants to commit suicide? Because it doesn't want to be a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be what it was born. But now it wants to kill the kids. It wants to unalive the kids. And it wants to unalive itself. Why? Because they're not happy being a thing. Nobody is happy actually being. That has been the biggest lie. Have you been hearing that since you was a kid too? That gays are what? What they say gay mean? Happy.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they say being gay is, being happy. No, it is not. Gays are the most unhappiest people on the planet Earth. They don't like it. You think it's cute being sick and nasty and twisted and disgusting. You think it's cute for a minute. But ultimately, those people are hurting inside. They are hurting inside. And they turned around and said, I'm going to unalive you kids and myself. Keep reading.
What happens when a preoperative transgender teacher says she wants to shoot some of her students and has suicidal ideation?
Now, here's the thing. Okay, the brother Yells, I think is what it is. Why y'all be bashing black women? Real question. Who's bashing black women, brother? Who's bad? Where did you hear some bashing at? I'm wait for a second. Good night. Soon as they hear some correction, is we bashing the black woman. Where did I bash her at? That's what I want to know. Do you even know the word? Real question, like you asked me. Do you even know what the meaning of bashing is? Huh? Do you know what it means to bash black women, to actually do it? Come on with it, Yells. I know you're in here. Come on. Come on, Sprung, brother. I know you type faster than that. Come on. Come on, Yells. Let's get it. Where did I bash the black woman at? They like throwing their comments in there and then running real quick.
Yeah.
It's just like a cow would throw a rock real quick and then pew, skedaddle. Get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Burn out. They get to getting. Don't do that. Stay. You understand? Mr. Yells, come on. We'll see if he responds. You see, like the other one did, they responded and then burnt out too. Commented and burnt out. We don't bash our sisters, right? What we do is correct them. Something I know you would never do. Okay, Mr. Yells, you would never correct the black woman for her behavior. You would never tell her what's right to do. You would probably let the women in your family sleep with everybody on the planet and you would say nothing about it. You would let the women in your family have 20 baby daddies and you say nothing about it. You'll still say, oh, that's a good black woman. That's a good woman. What you call queen? You're a queen. Yeah, queen. You got a whole lot of baby daddies now. Huh? Yeah. Since when did that take place? To where queens got 100 baby daddies. Come on, Mr. Yells. What we do is we correct our sisters. We correct black women. You understand? Only the men in the ISUPK have the balls to do it. You all in the world, you're scared. You run up behind, you tuck your tail up under her tail. You run up behind the black woman, even you know she wrong. I know so many brothers that turned around. Now, like I said, I wasn't making an excuse for that brother and his behavior. You understand? The brother was absolutely wrong for what he did to that sister. And his daughter, actually. He really didn't, he beat the sister. He was wrong for that. But he unalived his child because of what he figured his woman was doing. He figured his woman was cheating, and he went and beat her up about it, took the phone trying to get the evidence, couldn't get the evidence out of the phone, and so he went and harmed his child. He is dead wrong for that. And I didn't say anything about the sister that said that she caused that. Well, what I did say was this is, I know this is why he did what he did. Because on that video, and I could not find it, she said it. His response to her was, you don't love our daughter, you love that man. That's what it was. He knew she was with another man. So I ain't bash her at all. But certain women got certain behaviors. Certain women do certain things. Yet they should not be doing. I got a question for you. Mr. Yells. How do you feel about prostitution? What do you feel about women that stand on corners and sell their body for money? What do you feel about women that get hotel rooms or say do it out of somebody's house? There, whether it's theirs or somebody else's. What do you feel, Mr. Yell, if you still here? What do you feel? What is your take on a woman that sells her body for money? I want to hear that answer. But until then, go ahead. He probably done ran too.
If the school is Fox Chapel Middle School, the answer until yesterday was not much and definitely not immediately.
Not much and not immediately. So what was they going to do? Wait until the sissy actually shot unalived the students?
Yeah.
And unalived itself? You know they're going to do it in the class? You know this is an oppressor. And he probably was getting drove every day. You understand? He probably was getting drove by his students. And he wanted to unalive the students. He said, I'm going to unalive you, and I'm going to unalive myself. And you know they'll do it. They will do it. They've been doing it. They got a record and history of it, don't they?
Come.
That is all they do. Is they will unalive everybody around them and then unalive themselves. They will do it, and you know they will. They got a record of it. Columbine. You know what I'm saying? What's the other shooting that just happened? School shooting that happened here in South St. Louis? Where they tried to say it was a brother that did it, and it was actually an oppressor. It was actually a little devil that did it. You know what I mean? Like, come on. That's what they do. That's what they do. And I think he unalived himself down there, didn't he?
Kind of.
Yeah, he unalived himself. Yep. Everybody try to blame it on the brother. They try to blame it on the brothers. He unalived himself. Unalived several students down there, and then unalived himself, and then they try to blame a brother for it. Because the brother got put out of school or some old nonsense like that. When have we not gotten put out of school?
Right.
We get put out of school all the time. And ain't unalive nobody because of it. Okay? But they didn't act. They finally did. And that thing could have went all the way left. Good night. That thing could have went totally left out if they didn't take action soon enough. But thank God they did. You understand? And say, who's to say that he still won't follow through with his plans?
Right.
You know? So my thing is, why is he even there anyway? Why does this place push homosexuality so tough? There's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. And you know what the reason is? It isn't because gays want to be loved and they want to be happy. It's not that. They are forcing a way that is against God on you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what they are doing. That is an agenda to get you to be gay. Because our oppressor knows that the Lord is going to deal with you and put you to death before he'll put 1,000 oppressors to death. You understand? Like the oppressor is, who's a bigger homo than him and them Hamites? You understand? Right. Who's bigger homos and LGBTQs than them? And the Most High will take you. You understand? You black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Because guess what? He loves you so much. You are his child. And you disobey. And the only way for you to learn a lesson is for him to punish you. That's the only way you're going to learn. You can't just be told to do something. You can't just be told to do it and you do it. You are so, what the Bible say? Hard-headed, stiff-necked, and uncircumcised in hearts and ears, meaning you just won't listen. You won't listen. And so you leave the Most High with no choice but to turn around and render punishment unto you. He said it in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. Just give me the matter of fact the New Testament scripture real quick. Let me see, is it in 1 John? Let me see which one I want. It's one in Revelation. Give me give me Revelation. I'm gonna just cut to the chase. I believe it's 22 and 13, or 21 and 13. I think it's 14. Is it 14? For without. Give me the first.
Count.
It's 14 or is it 13?
It starts at 13.
Start at 13 then.
Revelation chapter 22 verse 13. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
So, blessed are they that do his commandments. This is in the New Testament, right? And this is Christ talking right here. Those letters are in red. And he said, blessed are they that do his commandments. Who is his? Who is Christ talking about? He's talking about God. He's not God himself. He's not God in the flesh and all that nonsense that the church has taught you. You got God, you got the Most High, you got Christ, you understand, Yahushua. Two separate beings, not the same. Okay? And then you got the Holy Spirit. I'm only mentioning the Holy Spirit because they be talking about the Trinity, bringing up that nonsense. Those three are one, but there's no Trinity. They're one, meaning that they're together. We're on the same page. You understand? That's what that's talking about. Not nothing else. Not nothing magical. Okay? But he said, blessed are they that do his commandments. So you're blessed if you keep his commandments. Like in Deuteronomy 28 and 1 through 14, where it says, if you hearken and listen and keep all the laws, and I'm paraphrasing, he said, then you'll be so blessed, it's going to overpower and overtake you. Meaning you're going to be so blessed, you ain't going to know what to do with all your blessings. You understand? You're going to be getting blessed left and right. But now, keep reading.
That they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city.
Okay, it's talking about the kingdom of heaven. So only they that do his commandments, only they will have right to the tree of life and to enter into the gates of the city, into the kingdom. Only them that keep the laws. Now, for those that choose to break them, keep reading.
For without are dogs.
For without are what?
Dogs.
They're dogs. Keep going.
And sorcerers.
And sorcerers.
And whoremongers.
And whoremongers. You are filthy and disgusting. Keep going.
And murderers.
Mm-hmm.
And idolaters.
Mm-hmm.
And whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
So, for you that love to make lies, you pastors, and you Christians that follow them pastors, and you fake Israelites that's in them other groups thinking that you got the truth and know what you talking about. You love and make those lies, guess what? You going to get punished. You going to get punished. Is there anything else on that?
Sir.
That's it? It say you are dogs. Those without are dogs and sorcerers and murderers and the whoremongers and the whole. You all kinds of filth. You are all kinds of filth, man. And with that, y'all know what it is. Don't break God's laws no more. It's time for us to come together. You would think after all that our people have gone through here in this place, we will be ready and say, you know what? Hey, playtime's up. Let's come together. Let's actually come together. But coming together is just a lot of talk for a lot of people. Brotherhood and sisterhood is just a lot of talk for a lot of people. They talk that talk, but they don't walk it. They talk about brotherhood, but I was watching a Judge Mathis case, and this brother thought he found a brother in an oppressor. He said, oh man, we had a brotherhood. We met in prison, but we had formed a strong bond, a strong brotherhood. It was so strong that when they got out of prison and started doing whatever kind of business together, the brother had to sue the devil. The one that he thought that he just had such a wonderful bond and brotherhood with, he had to take him to court and sue him. You understand? That's because there is no brotherhood outside of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commander General Yohana. I remember in the class the other day, I'm going to say this and we out. General Hyman said that brotherhood is not about how you get treated. It's about how you treat others. You understand? And that's what that brother didn't know. That brother thought that him treating that white boy nice was brotherhood. He thought he had a bond. But he saw that he wasn't getting treated nice in return. He didn't get treated nice in return. So he turned around and had to sue him. You understand? And with that, this is Sharpen the Sword Radio, another episode. We're going, what's this, 2 years strong, 3 years strong now? You understand? Good goddamn night. and we keep on. We're gonna keep bringing out this truth. Don't miss us later on today. I will be having a discussion with our brother DMG. You understand, and why DMG the poet returned to the Christian church. Going down 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't miss it. Be in the building. Shalom, Israel.